And this is very important in reference to history and facts. And, this satellite controller has been denying my identity and who my parents are when there were all protocols in all the cop movies, too. So if you didn't know, my identity is documented in government films, spy movies, action movies, romance movies, dramas, documentaries. My identity is documented in all kinds of films and media. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of videos and film and movies and TV shows and episodes, every episode. So, like it's in the Terminator movie. Somebody wanted me to mention the Terminator movie. Terminator 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know how many there are, but it's in all the Jason, Friday the 13th movies. It's in all the romance movies, even in gay films too, but I'm not gay, everybody knows that. But it's in documentaries, birthmarks, beauty marks, and scars of my identity. It's in training films for companies. It's very important, It's in comedies. It's in cartoons too, and some acknowledgments. But this government man was trying to communicate that he always tries to communicate something like, oh, is he going to have any trouble out of you? Now, we need to find out what that guy means. Because that man has tried to murder me. That man's tried to steal my mother and father's estates. That man has to get indicted, or he has to get subpoenaed into court. And another thing, they said this man said he was in Homeland Security or something. I own more land than Homeland Security. I own my mother and father's estates. So you need to show up in court. All these branches of government that have tried to challenge my identity, they need to show up in court. And the Treasury and possibly other branches of those branches of government need to bring in the files of databases that have my identity on them and who my biological parents are. Because, these people claim they don't have records of the facts of who my biological parents are and who I am. And what I'm the owner of. These satellite controllers have tried to say that shit too. Like, they try to communicate like they don't know who I am, or who do you think you are kind of shit, that kind of shit. But in reference to the government man, his activities of claiming that, he said, oh, he's got all these reports of complaints about you. And they're all from Germans or other branches of government. It's also very criminal for your agents to fabricate false reports and exaggerating and misrepresenting information. You know that, right? That's where your competency is going to be judged, and your ethics too. Especially when your agents are calling your offices from different phone numbers and making false reports and disguising their voices. If that's what some of your agents are doing, you can still get prosecuted for treason. I'm not your child. I'm not your friend, government man. I'm the only child of my parents. And we need the exact name of all the people that are blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. Which person's holding on to the keys to my mother and father's mansions? I don't even have that person's phone number. I'm not even sure which people are at what property. If they're anybody in the CIA or FBI, they're not allowed to be on the properties. If it's anybody trying to steal anything from the properties, nothing is allowed to be removed from any of the properties. None of the properties are for sale either. I'm the only child of my mother and father. Lots of things of importance. And hello, in reference to 82nd and 5th Street, I'm the owner of that. I didn't sell nothing to nobody. Never signed, never gave, never sold, never, not never. Rule protocols forever of my identity. And, but this government man was tried to make up reports saying that, oh, they thought you were out of control. Like when these men tried to kidnap me from jobs, or when they tried to shoot me on jobs, is what they tried to do. Like there was literally a man carrying a gun that tried to murder me on a job by trying to shoot me. That man gets put on trial for the death penalty. We need all the information. Anybody blocking the freedom of press of this information can get prosecuted. I got to clean up the situation of dirty government trying to manipulate. getting the facts on the record. You know, this government man will try to say, he tried to communicate something like, you know, like I said, he said, am I going to have trouble out of you? And then he tried to communicate something. He said, he's had so many problems out of you, he don't know what to say. He's had so many problems out of him. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. You're a fucking liar. And you gave this to my teeth? We need to see your dental records. The dental records of every person that damaged my teeth. Or that has damaged my face. Bring your best picture to the courtroom, too. But this fucking idiot tries to make up shit saying, oh, you get all these reports from all these people talking about him. Crazy, blah, 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 blah. Show up in court. You need to bring those reports with you, too. You need the race and religion and fingerprints of those people and DNA. It's like, well, he disagrees. They claim they're in protective custody. Protective custody? I outrank protective custody. I outrank top secret, too. Check that roll protocol information, man. It tells you that. Your so-called witnesses are going to have to show up in court no matter fucking what. You're not allowed to play your hearsay game of trying to steal billions of dollars of my money or trying to murder me with your scam of false reports or your so-called people that are making shit up. And you need to show up so you can get prosecuted for calling my teeth fake. Anybody calling my teeth fake can go to fucking prison. Even if you're a government man, high-ranking government man. See, my teeth are a part of my life since the day I was born and forever. Your administration is only 4 or 8 years. And I'm over 8 years old, which meaning my teeth are my teeth. I'm over 21 too, you know. But in reference to facts of that information, I'm older than that. But my teeth are my teeth. They've been my teeth since I was born. My baby teeth and then my adult teeth. These are my adult teeth. You're violating my rights. You're violating my anatomy with your abuses. Your administration or your political party, there is no legal position for you to fuck up people's teeth. Reference to you damaging mine or you trying to steal my family wealth. And you're in government? You're what, 4 or 8 years in government or something? You know, my mother and father's empires are hundreds of years old. They're choking me again. And you thought that you could get into government for 4 or 8 years and try to steal trillions of dollars? Is that what you thought? You thought you'd get your assassins in the political administration. You thought you'd murder off the rich and famous. Then you'd try to pawn off their land, and then you would try to steal their land or companies or wealth or what? Because you thought you put a lot of work into your political administration. When my family history and wealth dates back thousands of years, hundreds plus, you know, long time ago. And European history too. You know, way back when, you know. There's family tree information, even back before Mozart and Beethoven. They messed with my mouth. You know, before Beethoven and Mozart and other individuals too. So look at my family tree. Look at the history. And European royal history too. So in reference to the government man, you know, he claimed that he says he's had a lot of problems out of me. That's what he's tried to communicate. Why'd you kidnap me from my mother and father's mansions? I'm the only child of my mother and father. You weren't richer than my parents. You weren't higher ranking in this country than my parents. And you're not higher ranking than me either. And you're violating my rights. You're violating my identity. You're violating my land ownership. Because you thought you would try to take advantage of your people trying to make accusations to slander my character in your efforts of trying to murder me. All your people get charged for attempted murder. And I haven't received any monies from the benefit office or from any of the courts. Does the courts not recognize this hostage situation? Did the news media ask them if they thought this was a hostage situation? Did the news media tell them about people trying to murder me on my way to work or back from work or on the job or anything like that? Or the satellite man burning me? They even burn me from room to room. If I'm sitting in here and I walk into the other room, the satellite man burns me all the way to the bathroom or to the other room and back into here or wherever. They're always riding me with a satellite. They're hitting me in the jaw right there, too. That's my body. That's physical assault every time, dumbass. Better quit messing with my mouth. Roll protocol is my identity, not yours. It's backed up by blood and DNA facts of my identity. Anybody want to step into court? Come on. Step into court, government man.